Farcaster. It is Tuesday, February 27th, and you are here with Adrienne and Nownish Prop for 21 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. GM Adrienne, how are you this morning?
GM, I'm like the kid counting down the days to their
To Christmas?
birthday or Christmas.
That's what it feels
How
like.
many more sleeps? How many more sleeps till we get on the
More sleep
plane
till
to Denver?
Denver for me, and you've got two. But I am so excited. Like I just am next level. And just a reminder, our meetup. Let me just show that real quick. If you have not RSVP'd yet, please go do so if you would like to come because we only have a few more spots left. So find this frame. It's pinned in the GM Farcaster channel and go respond and then join the group chat. We have a little group chat going. It's now my new favorite group chat. Don't tell the others. But I'm just getting so excited. So I'm really excited to see everyone. So this is our last pre-ETH Denver show, and then we'll be back Friday. So this is exciting. So excited.
And I
Um,
can't believe we're really doing this GM Forecaster meetup on
I know.
Saturday.
I know. I'm so
It
excited.
started from like, hey, maybe we'll do a little get together
Yeah,
to
I haven't really
we're
told you how much we're spending on this, so I should probably have the conversation with you later.
we're throwing a
We'll talk about that
party.
later. We're throwing a party. Like we're throwing a party. So if anyone is like, "Oh, I don't want to spend all that money on that NFT just to go like times what you're spending in that little bit of gas, like times 1,000 and that's about it's going to be worth it. We're going to have so much fun. We have so many like fun surprises that I was going to give you a little alpha on, but they're not here yet. They're coming any minute now. But trust me, like it's going to be so much fun. So we're really excited to see you all. Yes,
I'm
Journo's
bringing in some
Journo
surprises as
meetup,
well.
and Adrienne's got some surprises. We've got like I cannot wait. That's going to be my absolute favorite event. I cannot wait. I'm super excited to meet everyone, and yeah, so we're going to have fun. But before that all happens, we got a few things to talk about for some news, and I want to mention Adrienne's background is part of this Gen Art by Maxi Moni, and it is really, really cool. Mine didn't mint, I don't think. I haven't found it in my wallet yet, but it looks very similar to Adrienne's, funny enough. And this is from Maximoni, and it is introducing social graphs, my first generative art project, which uses your Farcaster social identity to generate a piece specific to you. Every cast, engagement, and follower are represented in your piece. Free mint on base, gas paid by me. Mint will stay open until I'm out of ETH. So maybe that's what happened. And then once you mint it, you cannot redo it. So if you want to change it, you can re-roll to give it like different shapes. But there are 3 shapes drawn. Every like, reply, recast you've received is represented by a heart. Every follower is an avatar. Every cast reply you've sent is an arch. Additionally, your FID determines what color palettes you're eligible for. So really interesting approach. Loved it. I thought what a creative idea, and I love that it's pulling in your data to create something unique. I think is so cool and something you can't do anywhere but Farcaster. So that's pretty amazing. Um,
Pretty cool.
what? Yeah, pretty cool.
I saw
And-
people casting theirs, and it kind of looked from far away, just very Jackson Pollocky, like very. And
yeah,
then I didn't even realize once I did mine, when you zoom in, you can see every arch and
yeah,
every profile, and it's
yeah. It's
very
really
very
cool.
cool.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
you can
thank
see
you.
the arches when I'm looking at your background right
Mhm.
now. I love it. And my background, of course, is our little East Denver mascot. So moving on, we have Dan saying if you have a friend trying to get back on Farcaster, download Warpcast, have them click this link with the app installed. If the email doesn't work, then the account was not migrated during the transition from testnet to mainnet. So I guess there are some few people who had accounts from way back when and never migrated. So here is a way to test that. Also from Dan, we're hiring a staff level front end React engineer at Warpcast. Details below. So if you are looking for a position and you are a front end React engineer, hit up Dan. A few other very important note from DWR. I can't meet up with you at insert crypto conference here, but happy to meet up with you at Farcaster. But you know what? You know what, Adrienne? You can
What's
meet
that?
up with us
That's right.
at East Denver, as well as Farcon. Other crypto conferences to be named later. So
That's because we're not
yeah,
over here building product. We're journos.
we're journos.
We go to all the
Whoopi likes
conferences.
to call us. We're journos now.
That's what Joe Petrick was the original journo call out, and we ran with it.
Farcaster,
Thank you.
Farcaster journos. Here we are. Excuse me. I got a little tickle in the throat, which is always fun when you're doing
Get that cleared up, please.
yeah, great. Also coming very soon from Barun and team, the frame transaction spec is ready for feedback. Please share your thoughts and replies, comments, or DMs. Your feedback is very important for us to get the design right. So if you're a dev and you are building on frames, please go check that out. Our goal is to collect feedback over the next 24 to 48 hours and then finalize a spec before the developer call on Thursday. HT Horsefax for the heavy lifting, and Diodad, GT, and Sanjay for design input. So please make sure if you have any thoughts on that you get those in ASAP. This
does transaction and frame, does that mean transacting from wallet, like on-chain transactions?
Yes, that's my
embedded
understanding.
Into frames?
That is my understanding, is that within the frame, you'll be able to do on-chain transactions. So again, like yesterday, I think I said the one thought that came to mind for me was the auctions, because we know we can't do that quite yet. We can show what's on auction, but then you have to link back out. So to be able to bid directly would be a transaction. So hopefully that's one of the transactions that can get built. So shout out to Paperclip Labs. Go check that out and see if that'll work for you. Right? So fast. So I thought this was really funny from Dan. A little comment from TCW. Lesson learned today: don't try to play mind games with DWR. And then he recasted with a little bit of a Yoda. Yep, I can see that. So apparently, TCW lost the rock paper scissors to DWR. And this was the first time I had seen this fun little game, and this is very cute. So this is by Devin Conley, and it is everyone in Farcaster, and I missed this a few days ago, is now in a global single elimination tournament of rock, paper, scissors. By the way, I was eliminated in round 6, and I didn't even know it. Rounds turn over every day at midnight Eastern. If you forget to play, you forfeit. If there's still a draw at the end of the round, it goes to the lower FID grand prize, 500K plus Degen. So more than 500K Degen, I believe is what that was, not 500K plus Degen. But I thought that was really fun, and I missed my round apparently, and I lost because the other person who also missed the round had a lower FID than me. But I kind of just loved the idea of this. I love the idea of the games that can be, incorporated into Farcaster that you really can't do anywhere else. And that's one of those ones. And I just think they're really fun. So there you go. And be careful playing rock, paper, scissors with DWR. It's really cool. I really wish, I hope that he'll iterate on this and that you can opt in and have a tournament with specific people. I think that could be really fun. Do a little GM Farcaster rock, paper, scissors tournament. Could be really fun, and you'd have to be in our chat to play or something like that. So, just an idea there, Devin. One other note I wanted to mention here was Moz has a new episode out. All about Farcaster with DWR. But the big thing I want to point out is he shaved and he looks 10 years younger. And how is that fair, by the way? That doesn't happen, even my legs don't look 10 years younger when I shave them. That's not fair. It's really not fair. But that was the first thing I thought of when I saw the picture. I actually went to check to make sure it was a current photo and it wasn't like what Bankless did where they used one from 10 years ago. No, it was actually current and he looks 10 years younger. But the episode also is very good. Go take a listen. I'm only about halfway through, but more of a deep dive as to what's happened in the past couple months. So it was really good. Did you get a chance to listen yet? I
didn't listen to that one yet. I listened to Ted and Nonlinears, and I just said I
Good.
can't get enough. I can talk about Farcaster all day, and I can listen to people talking about Farcaster all day.
So,
I think I need to
hey,
get a
how about we
hobby.
start a whole media network that's all about
Yeah,
Farcaster? What do you think? Okay, cool.
I can't get enough. So I'll queue up Maz for today.
Amazing. I haven't had a chance to listen to Ted and Nonlinear. That is on my agenda for today, on my way to work, my day job. Soon to not be my day job, hopefully. Anyway, lots of fun happening out there. Yasik posted this. We'll be going live with Antumo, I cannot say that, and Wake on Thursday for airdrop to season 1 claim. So this is exciting. So if you've been tipping your Degen, this is the day you'll be able to claim your airdrop, and this is going to be Thursday at 2:45 p.m. We're early. I'm not sure what time zone that is. So take a look at that, and it is going to be streaming, I believe, on Unlonely. I did ask that question, and they said Unlonely. They think, because where else would you be streaming something about Degen? I mean, come on. Like, why wouldn't you stream it on Unlonely? Really? I mean, is there any other place to do that sort of thing? I don't think so. Moving on to Pearl announcement. Starting now, placing picks is no longer free. You'll need to wager pearls to place a pick. New users will start out with 1,000 pearls, so that's nice. Place picks directly on pearl.xyz and wager custom amounts only on Pearl. If you place a pick on a frame, it'll default to wagering 100 pearls. So you've got whether or not Brian will receive more than 499.5 replies. You can wager on that, and this is kind of fun. And this, it's the next move, right? They did the free version, and now you're going to have to pay, but you're paying with pearls. So if you've been playing this whole time, you probably have a bunch that you can start off with as well, so that you got for free. So it'll be interesting to see what comes next. But I wouldn't bet against Brian. Is all I'm saying. Like, wouldn't bet against Brian. There's certain people, like, if you've been around for a while, you just don't bet against them, and he's one of them. So I do think he'll probably get all the replies he needs. What have you been thinking about the whole Pearl experiment and sort of that activity? I'd love to get your take on that.
Um,
By the way, I didn't prep her for that
did,
question whatsoever.
did we
So,
even did we even talk about this yesterday?
not really.
A little
No.
bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, what do you
I'm
think
all
about it?
for look, I'm all for different ways to experiment. I mean, if you remember what the meta was a year ago was engagement farming,
Yeah.
and people would get in trouble for, God forbid, asking questions on your feed because it was seen as engagement farming. So now you're seeing all sorts of these kind of like,
Like gamified engagement farming. Yeah.
yeah. I think it's great. I do think it happens. A lot of it just like it's too fast all at once. I was kind of, I mean, I took issue to Degen tipping because it tends to pollute my
Yeah.
feed.
Yeah.
I love the idea of it. It's just
Yeah.
I can't scroll past them fast enough. Um, the Pearl games look fun. People seem
Yeah.
to like it. I say go for it.
I
I was
think
thinking,
it definitely drives daily active users. And because if you are somebody who does like it and engage it, you're going to go look for the next one. So I do think there's that piece of it. I do think it's really fun. I get a little nervous about the gambling aspect of it, for a couple reasons, but I do think, if you keep it all in fun and nobody gets wrecked, then, have at it. And it's been really interesting to watch it progress, I think. So we'll have to get Ace on here at some point to talk more about it for sure, and kind of
I'd
dig
love
into
that.
a little bit of the tech details too of how it's all working, because it is pretty cool. Next up, I thought this was really fun from our friend Cameron. Content experiment number 4, live casting my reactions to C. Dixon's Read Write Own. It might take 3 hours or all week, but I'll cast my thoughts as I have them. First impression, wonderful cover art and an NFT mint. I couldn't get to work on mobile. That's unfortunate. I did get my NFT and it was pretty cool. He goes on from there to talk about his thoughts on Read Write Own. I've been loving seeing all the different takes on this, and then I loved this from some. Love this Outcast derivative by Peachy4484, and this was also C. Dixon's book where they are holding it up like the Outcast PFP, and I thought that was really cute. we were going to try to recreate, but we couldn't make it happen. So we might have to recreate this in person. I'm bringing both books that I own. But I have to say about the NFT. So I got, and I don't have it with me because it's at work. Because I was showing it in class. I had one book that I bought on Amazon, and then one that I got from the publisher that came with a bookmark that had had a NFC chip inside it, powered by IYK. So I also have an IYK disc that I use for POAPs in person, which you'll all see very soon. So I thought that was really cool that you could tap and claim it. It was generative, it was different, and then it went, into your wallet directly, and it was pretty cool. So I thought that was a really interesting mechanic. The only other NFTs I've seen with books have been QR codes. So this to me was a really different way to approach it, and I felt like it was much more crypto native, the way in which it was done. So just something kind of cool
Very
that we
cool. I
hadn't
got
talked
an
about yet.
NFT for the network state.
Oh,
Biology
cool.
dropped but the way
When?
that was done, it was on Twitter, it's like if you
Oh.
pre-order, show a screenshot of your pre-order, drop your ENS, and you would get added too. So
Oh,
that was
cool.
a
I
little,
totally missed that. So that was when that was when the network state book dropped, or
yeah,
yeah, I
so
didn't see that one.
primitive.
Yeah.
What I think is funny about Read Write Own is Chris Dixon. People were criticizing him because he was going the traditional publishing route,
Yeah.
and oh, you could have published on chain and this, except he's not trying to reach us.
No, he's already got us.
So yeah,
We are the ones who are reading it, but he's trying to reach the people who have no idea and
but I think
tell
it's
them why
cool
they
he's
should
dropping
care.
in,
Yeah.
yeah, to drop in little NFTs
Yeah.
for
I think
folks like you is very
I
cool.
think he's done a really great job of sort of mixing that. This is for new people who may not know anything, and then this part is for the people who are the biggest fans, right? So it was good to cater to both groups for sure. So I love that,
And
and I
there,
think
yeah,
there's
and there
been
is a
really
read
creative
write
ways.
own. Yeah, there's a read
Yeah,
write own channel. So if you're reading a book, I tried creating like if you remember, a book club in
yeah,
Farcaster, and I realized
yeah.
it's too splintered there. But there's a read
Yep,
write own channel.
good
As
idea.
you're reading, I've been kind of dropping some observations, things I'm finding interesting, just in that channel. So it's a nice little
I love that.
way to find other people reading the book.
I think channels unlocks a lot of things where we can communicate, about common moments. And I think that's something that we've kind of lost over the years because of social media and just fracturing of, where we consume content. So I think channels can help to bridge that a little bit where, if you think about like when we were kids, even way back when, I know in the last century, not kidding, um, when we were kids, like you'd have these certain moments that were shared experiences that everyone would experience, like certain TV moments and things like that. And we really don't have that as much except for like Super Bowls. There really isn't that as much of that anymore. But I think you can create these mini versions of that with channels, and that's a great example of it. Like, yeah, just jump in the channel, and now you're talking to people who are experiencing the same thing at the same time, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So love that. Do you remember when the last episode of Seinfeld that the sewer systems in New York almost overloaded because everybody went to the bathroom at the same time after the show was over?
No, I never heard that.
Yes. Yes, there was like a surge or something. It was something weird. Anyway, shared experiences. I wanted to mention Faristocats is going to be minting this week. So Farcaster OG badge holders will have 24 hours to claim the cats. If they don't have them yet, free mint, one cat, one badge. And after that, a public mint will take place. So look for that. That's fun. I really love these cats. I think they're cute. It's been very creative way. I think some of them, like, I'm surprised at how well he captured some of the people. It was really funny. I love the one with the kiwi eyes. I think that's hilarious. So I do kind of like them. And then we have this. Thank you, K MacB. Um, Banny Love, and I actually ended up with one of these in my wallet as well. And I was like, "What is this?" It's adorable. It didn't make a great background. I was trying. So I skipped that, but it is super cute, and we'll learn more, I guess, about Banny Love, if this is going to be a thing, or I'm not sure which, but I thought it was really cute. And lastly, our friend DeWoofy dropped a really cool experiment in his own channel in Woof's. AirStack channels. So Woof experiment number 1, AirStack channels API launch. Channels are more than subreddits. They're temporal proof of interest and interaction. The exchange of vibes, the evolution of identities gathered for and with purpose. So you could mint this Woof NFT if you were on the allow list. And the allow list was you casted or replied in Woof's timestamp last night, 24 hours, more thoughts tomorrow, more experiments to come at a yet determined space-time. And I thought this was really cool. I was not able to min. And I was like, and he tagged me in the thing, Doofy. And I was like, well, I'm tagged, so I must be able to mint this. And then, because I didn't read what the requirements were, and then I'm like, oh, I see. I bet I haven't said anything in here in the past 24 hours. So that was why. And I thought that was really cool and interesting. And again, something you can't do on Twitter, right? Is reward for people just replying to you in a channel. And I thought that was very cool. So really great job. I really liked it. Doofy's having issues with autocorrect in the chat.
But you're on the list now.
I'm on the list now. Well, I replied last night, so I should be. But I think that's you're on the list. I thought it was a really cool experiment, and I could see a lot of different applications for that, even just like what we were talking about with Read, Write, Own Book Club. Maybe you cast something, and, for that, C. Dixon could go in there and say, for everybody who casted something, here's another NFT, or here's a something. So there's a lot of different applications that could be very cool. So great job, AirStack. Very, very interesting. Love it. And woof. Woof to you as well. We are at the end of our time. Adrienne, anything that I missed that is pressing that you wanted to cover? I stumped her.
So. Do we go through all the links?
We went through almost all the links. And I do want to remind you one more time, our meetup is on Saturday for GM Farcaster. If you are going to be at ETH Denver, come swing by, make sure you RSVP and join the group chat. And also on Friday, we are going to be at a different time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, noon Eastern. I think the time zone thing is going to get messy. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to get very confused. But I'm super excited. We have a number of interviews set up already. So we have Jesse Pollock coming by. We have DeWoofy, speaking of, coming by. Brian from Unlonely. We have DF, David Furlong, popping by to tell us about his talk that he's doing on Wednesday, which I think I'm going to miss. It's a little too, I'm not quite there yet. And a few other folks. And so we're going to have many interviews going on for a 2-hour block from noon to 2 Eastern, from 10 a.m. to noon Mountain Time. And we'll also do probably a little pre-show as well to kind of tell you about everything that we've been seeing at ETH Denver. So episode 69, live from ETH Denver on Friday. And we will see you there. And we'll see you at our event on Saturday, or the Purple event. If you can't make our event, definitely jump by the Purple event. We'd love to see you at either one. And I can't wait. Super excited. So next time I see you, Adrienne, we'll be in person.
In the mountain air. Cannot wait.
Can't wait.
And to anyone listening, if you see us at Purple Party or anywhere, please come up and say hi.
Please do. And I have stickers, so you definitely want to say hi. I'll give you a present, and I might have something else too, but we'll see. They haven't arrived yet, but we'll see. If they arrive, you're really going to love it. So that's it for us. We will see you on Friday. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you in Denver. Bye-bye.